Today, we're going to be talking about taking ownership of the results that you've created. So, a lot of times when we achieve something, our brain really wants to just delegate that ownership to something else. It was the right time. This person helped me. I got lucky. It was a fluke. It'll never happen again. Like looking at these things where it doesn't want to take that ownership. And I want you to ask yourself, what would happen if you took ownership over what you've created and what you've achieved? How would you feel? Maybe you would have more confidence. Maybe you would feel more empowered. Maybe you would want to go out there and create other things. But here's what happens if we don't take ownership. One, we become dependent. We become dependent on the right time. We become dependent on the person that helped us. We become dependent on things just working out wonderfully. And the second thing that happens is our brain actually gets scared that we're going to lose the thing. Because if we didn't create it and it was outside of us with perfect timing, people that helped us, this thing we learned, if it's outside of us and that thing goes away, then so does our results. And so this is why it's very important to create that ownership, because otherwise your brain becomes dependent and then it becomes scared. And so if you're starting to see like, oh, I've created this thing, but I'm really scared it's going to go away, then this is where you want to start building up that ownership. What I like to do is just ask myself, how did I create this without attaching it to something else? So let's say that you had a coach that helped you and you're giving all the credit to them. And that's why you were able to succeed. And that's why you were able to achieve the thing. I want you to ask yourself, how did I create this without mentioning that coach? And then see what comes up. Because we know that you had to do something, because there are other people that worked with that coach that didn't get the same results you did. So, how is that possible? Because obviously you played a part in it. And so, I want you to really look at like, how did I create this thing? Maybe your brain isn't really attaching it to something else, but it is still not taking ownership. So, just simply asking yourself, how did I create this result? List out every single thing that you can come up with, even if it's like, I don't know this for sure, but possibly this is what helped me create it. Write that down too, because then you can start to see, oh, I wanted a result. I created it. And then that self concept of you being a person that creates results will help you move into the next thing that you want to do. It will help you move into the next result that you want to create. And it will help create more of that safety where it's like, okay, if something doesn't go the way that I thought it would, if something didn't create results that I wanted, or something showed up and now I think that it's harder for me to create the result, I know that I'm the one that created the result. So I know that I can go out there and figure it out again. And then that can kind of create more of that safety because we're not dependent on all these things going right outside of us. I'm creating a course on how to create commitment. And if you want to get on the wait list so that you're the first to know when this course launches, then go to createcommitment.com and sign up for the waitlist.